Listen. Yeah. Yes, dog. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to another rant and review. It is Drag Race Mexico and Drag Race France Season 2. I had to put two of them together, kids, because let's just be real about it. Y'all know what's up. I've already talked about it. That frustration I have kept on a reel. So we're going to do a 2-for-1 today. We're going to either keep it within, maybe, depending upon how much I can talk about today, an hour, no more than two. No more than two. A good conversation. Now, if you will, if you are interested, of course, there are other shows that are out right now that I'm really debating on covering. Big Brother being one of them, with me jumping into, I think this episode released the fifth cycle, if you will. I'm not quite sure. But I am debating on that. Chucky, I'm bringing to the channel. I've decided not to do Germany because I'm going to be focusing on Brazil, and I'd like to only focus on one at a time right now because it's already a lot of Drag Race at this point. So today, we're going to have a good time talking about these two shows. It's going to be a fun little one. I don't have too many reads. Like, I like both groups of people, in this situation here for Drag Race Mexico. The top 5, it's like, okay, this is great. It just feels like this is Christian Peralta's win, no matter what is about to happen at this point. And then for Drag Race France, it's a little bit different, where yes, Sarah Forever is kind of in the lead, but there's still a lot on the board right now, especially with a new introduction of a previous contestant being eliminated and another contestant being sent home, who I was a little upset to see them because I was starting to fall in love with this person. So I hope you're here. I hope you're having a great day. You don't have to be queer, but you can get used to it. And I do appreciate you so much for tuning in. Johanna, I see you, my love. Leviathan. Nick, how you doing? Most of the time, first to comment. So I always appreciate you, baby. I see you here. Jose, love you down. How you doing, love? Gutter Snipe, what a funny name, but a great one. Purple Eater, can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure. I'm so used to having it with a microphone right here on my head, but I said, no, not today. Actually, I'm going to put it on this. Gimme. I'm going to put it on this. There we go. That feels better. That feels like I don't have to lean in while I'm doing something here. So, Kweku, how you doing? Let's get into these conversations today. Let's do my social medias first, and then we'll start the show. As a reminder, Drag Race Daranda, Season 3, I am covering. I will be doing that live review as usual tomorrow. And then the panel is Sunday. If you did not tune into my Drag Race Philippines review, why? But you should have, because Jiggly Caliente was in the chat, and then Valerie Vision of Valerie Vision from YouTube stopped by during Untucked, and it was quite a good 3-hour conversation. I always love when people post comments like 3 hours. I'm like, honey, my name is Matty Rants, not here. Matty quickly says things. Matty gets his point across immediately. No. You see, the difference between me and some people is that I have come to the realization that, yes, I ramble and I rant, and I talk for a good long minute about things because I'm passionate about stuff, and I feel I can find words that actually vibrate well together. Maybe that didn't for you, but I thought that was kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to just talk by all means. You could be doing something that's going to be all day or 2 hours, which is considered all day for some folks, or an hour in general. And so you want to listen to someone talk at the same time, or watch me and I smile and do all these fun things for you and say crazy stuff, and my face gets distorted into perfect realities. But just so we're clear, I'm cool. And I know I get a little defensive sometimes when people like to jump into my live chats or comment sections and tell me what I need to do, but I recognize that is more so projections of what they feel I should be presenting to them, instead of me just being happy with what I am doing, which I currently am. Of course, I have a lot of videos that I need to show y'all, like the piece of cake journey and all that, all the stuff that I have in my files that I've saved that I just need to get to. But a little bit of burnout is an honest answer, because it's so much Drag Race right now. So I want to spend time on those videos, but I also don't want to rush them feeling like I have another video to do. So what I'm going to make a promise to y'all with, okay, is that this upcoming Monday, Tuesday, that I normally just take a break and I don't touch anything, that Tuesday, I'm going to pull out the piece of cake stuff. And I'm going to really start it up and get it going here, because that was a great journey. One of the best moments of my life, something that the girls have been very, very critical of me up for not doing drag. And now that I do it, it's a new day and a new thing to be pissed off about. So with that being said, let's start the show and let's do the links. At MattyRants everywhere except for X, which is at the MattyRants. You can find that all in the description down hello. It is a grabbing of a branch and an eating of a fruit. This ain't Adam and Eve, baby, but it'll get you ready to go for Instagram, Twitter, and all those other spaces and places. Now, I did do reactions to each and every one of the episodes that we're going to be talking about today. That would be Drag Race Mexico, episode 9, Spicy Roast, and Drag Race France, season 2, episode 7. Now, it isn't, I mean, maybe it is coincidental that both of these episodes so happen to have puppet challenges. And for both of these episodes, it is the top 5. And I kind of just realized that now. We got some birthdays in here. I want to pause my fantasy of giving you social media links to follow me on to make sure I give these people some love. Who can I run to share this special place? Shauna, it's your birthday? Let's see here. Hello, beautiful people just popping in to give Matty a like, heading out for my birthday dinner. Love y'all. Shauna, happy birthday to you. You've been in this chat for some time, and I appreciate you, my love. And I hope you have a really good birthday dinner and you get showered with ultimate love, because you deserve it. So all my love to you. Happy, happy birthday. Sending you all my love. Happy birthday to you, baby. But yeah, y'all give Shauna some love. For those of you who are get in the chat for the playbacks and what I heard a noise. It's the cat. Okay, listen. I'll give you a Mama Chan update after I'm done with my socials. Patreon, like I said, a reaction to each and every one of these episodes. Check me out on the page. It is for $1 a month is the low minimum, bare minimum that you need just to get access over 366 videos. Lots of stuff, including like White Lotus and this, that, and the other that you can grab a hold of, pose, all of that. Check it out. It's available for your consumption, as well as Cameo if you want a special birthday love message, something really uplifting. You want me to be kind of like do a character for you, I can do that. Now, people ask me to insult them. I think that's ridiculous. Characters, like how I did the Lana Del Rey and all that, I may look completely foolish, but I will go above and beyond for a cameo if you want me to do 2 minutes of Toni Braxton or a minute of Toni Braxton. See, someone could take that, edit it up, and actually make it into gold, but I need the money for that. So book me on Cameo. Apparently that's a flex for certain people on YouTube who just got it, but I don't want to call them out. They got their own issues, if they can even see them. Now, before I do anything else, Mom Sean, you want to talk? You want to tell it? You want to say hi? What do I got down here? Mamu, you want to talk to these people since you want to make noises? Is that my chaps? I bet it's my chapstick. 1 second. Can I see what you're playing with? It's my chapstick, and I was just looking for this. Thank you for finding it for me. Are you mad I'm taking this away from you? Because I'm taking it away from you. Okay. You want to say hi to the people? Okay, we're going to leave you alone. We'll bring him up in a second, though, because he's up and active right now, and he's acting crazy. I'm like, bitch, you are loud. What's up? What's your tea? Maybe because I don't have my headphones in. Hi. 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 What's up? Come here. Come on. Say hi to everybody. All right. So, for those of you who are wondering, because as you know, he had a little tapeworm in his tummy wummy. It is gone. I've double checked and rechecked and been checking and doing the most with his poop. And as you know, his butt, like being like, okay, what's back here? What's going on upstairs? He's had clean, all that for the last like hours, days, all that kind of good stuff. So he's fine. He actually is feeling a lot better because he was definitely sleepy and he was very lethargic whenever all that was happening. So now I've noticed him being a lot more active. He get right, So yes, Mamu-chan, there you go. Everyone can see you. Can you let go of my hand? We have talked about this. That is not a reactionary response. I love you. Thank you. Now, I'm going to put you down. You can enjoy the rest of your good afternoon. God bless you. And no, you're not getting fed now because you just ate. But yeah, he's doing fine. That's my child. Love him to death. But listen, before we get to the rest of this, I want to remind y'all that again, this show, this program, what I'm about to talk about today is for entertainment. Why are you up here, Mamu? It's for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please do not be rude. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this, consume some Mattivia and have yourself a good poot, because Mattivia is available for your consumption at dragqueenmerch.com. Shout out to Bible Girl and Company. Get your tank tops, t-shirts, and stickers. Take a look. It's in the description. All available in the description. If you want to drop me a little tippy poo in my jar, because I'm a single father of one. Okay, think of me in the pursuit of happiness, but not slapping Chris Rock. But if you like that, then yes, dog slapping him. But paypal.me/MattyRants. Cash App $ Matty Rants. You can hear my child. Venmo Matty-Rants. That's my inner soul telling you, help, help, help. He wakes me up at 3 a.m. Help, help. He has taken over my sleep schedule. Help. I am sleep deprived. Low key. Can I take this from you? I'm going to take it from you. I know. I'm taking it from you. I know. Do we need to do a substitute toy? Okay, hold on. Let's do a substitution, because you over here looking for stuff to do, and I'm like, you got 20 damn fucking toys. Come here, young man. Come on. Here we go. Okay, wear it out, baby. All right. Sorry, he has 3 specific toys that he will play with endlessly for hours. The problem is if he finds anything that is not a toy, like a bottle cap from water. It's the loudest noise. I don't know why that's the loudest noise it is, but 3 a.m. in the morning. Clang, 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 clang. What is it? What are you knocking around? One time, and look, it's on the ground now. That let me know. This amiibo, this one right here, he likes otters, apparently. My child likes otters. So for all the otters out there, that's how girl. This thing, I find this in the bedroom, it's in the bathroom. Everything else don't get touched up here, but the otter, she gotta go. That lets me know my child likes Animal Crossing. That's wonderful. Listen, are y'all ready to get in this conversation today? Are y'all ready to get into this conversation today? Because I know I am. We're We're going to start with Drag Race France first, and then we're going to get into Drag Race Mexico. Okay. Again, I'm going to talk about these from a outlined perspective. All right. Deep dives, not really necessary for me this week because these episodes were very played by the numbers while there were some cute moments. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We are not about to die. Okay. I saw that low battery. I was like, no, so do it. There's 40 plus of you in this piece today. Do me that favor. Once again, this algorithm is really harsh with this channel and we're trying to stay afloat. Please hit that like button. Please get in the comment section. And please, please drop a like. Drop a like. If you could drop a tip, also super appreciate it. Not necessary for your participation, but certainly appreciate it. All right, let's roll down this road. It's not even, okay, what's the difference here? I don't know how to describe this feeling about watching both of these episodes and realizing, oh, okay, so this is back-to-back puppetry for the beginning, and it's also a top 5. Now, the Moon left us in the last episode, and we were all sad to see Moon go, but because of their own personal reasons and their own mental health, they chose to step out the competition, which led to a lip sync for joy moment between these 5 individuals. He found the carrot, for those of you who can hear it. I was like, okay, Butch Queen. Nikki Doll steps into this room, giving us, I woke up, but like this. I felt really proud of that moment, everybody, with the pause, mind you. But it's to give us not a mini challenge because I didn't really know what was going on here. And I felt this was the mini challenge, but I was wrong because it was just Nikki just doing something. And they're basically sitting on the couch like this is their therapist and having a moment, but everyone plays this differently. Like Kiona decides that she's Rose and that's Jack. And we're doing this sort of, you know, a lot of people on Twitter are going to get mad that this is their version of that love story kind of situation. Lots of other things too that were happening here. I was like, okay, this outfit. Oh my God. But you know, all right. So that was just a moment, I guess, to break the ice that day, just to sort of fill in the gaps for an episode where there's only 5 people and they're not trying to make up stupid stuff, but just fun stuff, right? But Nikki says the real mini challenge is as follows. It's about puppets because everybody loves puppets, right? I do. Me and Jim Henson share the same birthday, which if you also know, that means Chi Chi Devane, may she rest in peace, shares the same birthday. And Roxy Andrews shares the same birthday, by the way. We're both all September 24th kids. P.S. Bitch Puddin' is the 23rd, for those who need to know those facts. But listen, so they pick the puppets one by one individually. Let's say I remember who they picked. Kiona has Mama Wata, Mommy Wata, and I almost said something like, I wonder how I remembered that, but that would be really, yeah. Are we sneezing? We sneezing? What's up? Come on. All right, thank you. Sorry, my poor baby. He been doing that lately today, and this started today. Feel like that's from that medication I had to give you. You had to push all that out. Now all of a sudden you got the sniffs. That's why we have a doctor's appointment next Thursday. This was a lot of this was I thought Cookie did good. But like I would you know, I feel Sarah Forever is one of those, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. So when people like cack on her, she'd be feeling some kind of way or whatever. I thought Cookie was funny. I thought Punani did a pretty good job with Kiona, and I thought it was entertaining. I laughed when the ball of yarn, which was supposed to be the hair from that last one where it came out. I said, "Okay, bitch, that was the key. That was the cack. Entertainment. We love to see it." And then Sarah Forever did a pretty good Punam. Yeah, it was light. It was nice dressing. But Mommy Wata was the one, because for me, she's the only one that let the puppet do the talking. Okay, she was Cookie, and for me, that's why I'm like, oh no, she's gonna win this, because like everybody else was sitting there like da, 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 and that's normally what they do. But she said, "Bitch, we're gonna do a real puppet show." Well, I'm giving this. I thought that was really smart, and it was cute to do. So I was here for it. I was here for it. Now, with that smart decision, Mommy Wata has her first mini challenge win. First win of the season, if we really want to just go there. Now, does she win anything for this? Mm, no. No, she does not win anything for this. But it was good. I'm glad she won. That's like a stat that it can be put in some sort of drag race statistics. You know what I'm saying? But listen, they're told that they're going to be doing a lip sync routine to one of Nikki Doll's songs. I may be the song that she's released. And they're going to have to do this in like groups, right? So they set up with Kiona, Punani, and Sarah Forever. I'm like, ooh, well, that group won. No shade to Mommy and Cookie, but I was like, ooh, that group won immediately. But then Mommy and Cookie get thrown into the group as well. So it's like, what's happening here? Nikki Doll pulls a little stunty poo. We'll call it that. It's like even the mirror is smaller. Okay, can we have this conversation about how they're all wearing the clothes that they're about to perform in now? And then we see them later on not in drag, like basically about to practice the routine. And then what, they just put these clothes back on? Was this filmed like in a sense at a moment where they saw them differently, and then they just did this moment to fill it in? Because they never like interacted with each other, right? So this is why I was confused with this part, because to me, I'm like, if you had these bitches be in their performance clothes, then take them off, then put them back on just to do this, that's crazy. But if in fact they actually weren't behind the mirror, but they were behind the mirror and they just weren't in drag, and then you wanted to do this part to make sure that they were in drag, because oh my god, oh, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see over here in this corner? Let me get my mouse here. Do you see this? Why is this the cutout? That's the mirror. Oh, I see. That's the two-way part. Oh, ooh, oh. Because it's a two-way mirror, but there's the panel of it that's not two beats. What did I do? This is not an edited photo. Go back and watch the episode. What did I do? Okay. So I'm going to go with my first instinct here in thinking that they filmed them out of drag behind the mirror, and that was their whole general reaction. And then, of course, they went to perform later. That's fine. And then they got those clothes on for the performance, did the performance, and then filmed this part later. Now, if I'm wrong and they actually came in there in the clothes they were going to perform in, then took it off, practice, and then put all of that musty drag. Oops, I don't want to say that because I think these people wash. I believe it. And they did it on. Okay, cool. But this blew me away because I was like, hold on. When we got to the end, I was like, wait a minute. How could this be? And it's interesting, they did not walk in the workroom like we've seen them do before with other two-way mirror situations. Just saying. I gave a couple of examples for this point. If someone can prove me wrong, I'm here for it. Love it down. But I thought that was weird. Kiona's in charge of the girls. Who's in charge of the girls? Kiona's in charge of the girls. Thank God she's in charge of the girls. When I tell you, we need to get ready for how I feel about the difference between the two groups, because, bitch, there was clear cohesion from one group and the other was Peach and the girls. All shade. Lots of butters. Lots of butters in that group. I was like, wow, nobody can. Cool, interesting. There's a difference between people who have, the ability to dance to songs that they like and enjoy music and have a flow and a rhythm when they're dancing, compared to like actual choreography that's put together to where everybody must be in sync. You need to know your spacing and your lines and your movements and recognize that you can't dance wild, right? Okay, great. So cool. This was a fun moment. Everybody looks weird. God bless them all. Back in the workroom, we have a conversation in reference to drag and, children, about people who have a very negative idea and connotation of drag and assume a certain word that I cannot say due to terms of service on this channel. Okay. But they were giving examples of it being positive and it not being something that's negative, and it being like they're wholesome drag shows that are geared towards all ages. And I did enjoy this conversation, and I respect them for what they were saying, because not all drag is sexual, even though we do see it all the time mainstream wise, and even in certain shows, it's not all sexual. And I've seen many and plenty of shows where the girls weren't dressed in like the full titty bibs and garbs, not fun. Almost 60 of y'all in this piece. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for being here today. Like button, share, comment, subscribe, become a part of this rant pack. Shout out to the new subscribers. I see you. Thank you. God bless you. Drag Race Philippines all the way. That audience be there. Hey, shout out to JC. We got one of the pit crew members in the comment sections and sharing stuff. I was like, JC, oh my gosh. So shout out to you, friend. But yeah, to everybody else here today, let's support Drag Race France and Drag Race Mexico. Hey, Orbit, and hi, everybody else that's here. Homogenic. I appreciate all of y'all. So let's continue on with this episode. Daphne Berkey, Kitty Smile. All right, listen. Now let us pray. Let us pray. I remember how these names were said by Nikki Doll, because my God in heaven, I was over here struggling. Hold on. The Drag Race Mexico's was much easier. Let's see here. It's Victor Vinsanto, I think. I feel like I said that in a different accent. I'm not supposed to. And then Virginie Dissons. She is a I heard I've seen him before, and that's why I was like, he looks familiar. And I'm trying to figure out what it was. Maybe it was like in scrolling and passing in like Instagram or something, like at a fashion show or some sort of event or something like that. I was like, he looks familiar. But he just chooses the weirdest times to use the litter box. I hope you just get it out, please. He just scratching fucking forever. Did you say French Zach? Now that I'm looking at Kitty's smile, he low-key is giving me that tease. Girl, this cat, I swear to God, please give me the strength. Nikki with red hair. When I tell you, I would like to see this color on her way more often. Like a lot, if not all the time, if not every day, if not your natural hair color. Like, girl, this is giving scalp. It's feeling genetic, okay? Like, ooh, she looks so fucking good. I was literally texting the panel this today. I was talking to them about it. And I was like, y'all, like, are you looking at Nikki Doll? Like, are we serious today? Bitch, you are peeing. If you see this, sister, you're peeing. Yeah. Bitch in a pleaser. A good stripper. Come on. This is the one of them strippers that got money and married a good man. You know, he was faithful in the club and he only tipped her, but not Melvin. He didn't follow her home. Okay, because I love you, Diamond, and I miss you so very much. Get away from me, Melvin. See, then she got to come home and find out Ebony was fucking her man. See, that was some bullshit that day for Diamond. Everybody out the dressing room, please. I'm telling you. Go ahead, Nikki. You got your degree. You went through school. Saw your professor there. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay, let me continue. I know, I'm stupid. Getting all the characters wrong from Players Club at the same time, still quoting the damn scenes. Oh, okay, listen. All right, so Nikki looks really, really good. Let's go ahead and get into it. It's showtime. Let's talk about differences because that's what this should have been called, differences. Because my God, I should have known from how I almost said Rita Bagger. I should have known from how Ginger Bitch looks like she is about to take the worst prostate exam in the back of someone's van. Like, it must have been a really hard night for the Chipotles to be burning that quickly. Girl, what is going on? Everybody's in completely different outfits. It looks insanity. And then Rose, wow. Rose looks like she's going to do a number as Kristen Wiig, and it's going to be spoken word from an SNL skit. This is a lot. All right, so here we go. Mind you, I know Peach was the one that wanted to choreograph this, but let's talk about how Vespi walked out there, didn't know the words, dipped it down low, didn't even do it on beat, got back up, boom. Here come Ginger Bitch. Stomp, 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 squat, stomp, stomp, squat, stop, wham, cigarette. Then we get on over here, and there's a scene. This part cackled me a bit because everybody knew what to do but Vespi. So what Peach had them do is a shuffle step, a shuffle step, a shuffle step pose, shuffle step pose, shuffle, shuffle. Like, but you're shuffling with quick feet, quick feet, quick feet, quick feet, pose, quick feet, quick pose. We're still doing the words and pose. Do you see how quickly I can pull that from just what are we supposed to do? Okay, thank you. Okay, great. Vespi was bobbing. So everybody was shuffling. This is Vespi. Pose. But she would hold the pose and then boom, back to it again. And it was like she didn't know to like just shuffle her feet. So she was just sidestepping. What is happening here? Ow, screaming. Some people had longer parts than others. It's clear from what you can see that one person is the lead and everybody else is just doing something. So I thought that was smart for Peach. Stomp, 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 stomp. I had no issues with Peach. That's the thing. I thought that was the best one in the group, but that's the problem because, like, you set the choreography up so you would be fine. That was smart, but also She said, "Oh, great. They left me with girls who can't dance." Whoever said, I don't know who was talking about Kitty Space can dance. Honey, this lady did a cartwheel for some odd reason. What a strange motion that happened in this like bodysuit, girl. I was confused, if you will. Rose did some stuff. I don't know what Rose was doing. Girl, I wish people would straight see. I'm a former gymnast, so I'm a little bit particular here. So please forgive me. I swear to God, I wish they would straighten the legs. My goodness, it looks so sloppy. Um, I'm glad you made the cartwheel though. You did look like you would possibly be doing a share number, but she wouldn't have that wig. It was an interesting outfit. How is Peach throwing a wig harder than anybody else up there? I want to know what motion Ginger is doing right now. Rose looks like she's playing the guitar over here. Vespi is in full Farah. It was a lot. Now, when Peach started doing like pirouettes and showed the girls some ballet or some contemporary, I said, Bitch, I got weak. I was like, okay, so Peach is coming back. Because you set the choreography up, young lady. Do you hear me, my bearded young lady? You had these two tall hoes over here, and then you put the two short bitches next to each other. Forgive me for how I'm swearing. I don't think of them as that. I'm being extra a lot. And then started to do a whole routine, baby. Like this was some sort of like recital. Girl pooped. I thought it was funny. I laughed a little bit at this thinking like, girl, so you just set this up. But when I tell you it looked ugly. It looked ugly. I was happy when it was over. There were so many segments I wish went better. It had a lot of I want to do well, but I think Peach needed a different set of girls to dance with. No shade. Y'all were background and y'all was slop. And Peach had looked like she was about to do I'm live for the applause. All Peach was missing was more makeup and a white, duvet cover to carry around and swing around them, bitch. I thought for a good instance we were about to see that. I swear to God. I was Cookie at the end of that performance. But at the same time, Cookie doesn't know she's being set up for an ultimate defeat, unfortunately, because unlike this group where there's 1 out of 5, this group had a 4 out of 5, if you will. The thing is that Cookie is very good and she's a good performer, but everybody here is on a different. It's just Punani has the comedy that works for her. So even if she's not throwing it consistently like everybody else, she knows the words. She has the ad libs together and she's always doing something. She's never not doing anything. And I've caught that with her performing. Sarah Forever is, I almost said a demon on the dance floor, but I don't think that's appropriate. But I will say she is that girl. I would be threatened, feels very trained in what she does and is familiar with her body and form. So I would always be nervous for her because she comes out with confidence on the go. Mommy Watson was feeling her feminine fantasy. Okay. Feeling her feminine fantasy. I enjoyed this. And Kiona was, as usual, on it. Now, Cookie was good too. And Cookie was better than a lot of people in that other group. But like, imagine No Shade Cooks if Peach was from that group, went into this group, and they did Kiona's choreography. It would have been a whole nother show. True tea. And let's say it was Cookie that was trying to come back, all that kind of stuff, right? I want to give this a moment. And I think it's slipping my brain right now. So I'm trying to like grasp it back. But I just realized, I'm back, baby. Who else felt like the way Kiona set this up was so good because she actually paced it with 8 and 16 counts? I was counting. you know, as a dancer, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transition next one. 1, 2, 3. I kept watching it like, oh, okay. That's what you're doing. Each time the bar is done with the 8s and 16s, you switch to somebody else. And everyone is still in line with the choreography, and it's not overly complicated. Like, it's not set up to be like, okay, we're going to stand here and pose. That wasn't happening. I was very impressed. The girls were in movement, and I was like, okay. I was proud, Key. I was shocked that you didn't get the win just for having that much emphasis on the group, but you know, I did like your runway, and it also felt appropriate to finally see somebody with that hat that looks in that. Uh, uh, I was like, oh, now that looks like that's that. There it is. This makes sense. Oh, bitch, when I tell you, I saw that shit, I said, I said, I'm so happy she chose the same colors. Y'all don't even know. I was over here like, yeah, I needed to see that. I needed to see it. That looked right. Girl, okay, listen, let me stop. Ooh, don't call them locks. Child, listen, let me stop. Let's see, I'm about to start speaking a little too loud. But listen, I thought they did a pretty good job, and I enjoyed this. I know. Okay, I did it backwards. Bitch, I was about to have a feel. Ooh, y'all don't even know. Oh, I was about to scream. I thought I had completely forgot to do the photos. Ooh, I was about to scream. Glad I remembered. Category is Shine for Us. First up is Kiona. And like I said before, this looks familiar and this looks better and appropriate. The girls online were trying, oh, no, starring G8 girl. No, this actually looks appropriate. I prefer. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, that looks like that's supposed to be. There we go. Like that, you know, that is actually representative. Not somebody that saw something online and thought it was, you know, like, oh, so yeah, I was like, like for me, when that comment came out about the cheapness, I was like, how? I was like, this is very fucking cool. Like, even how it was presented. So crash that part. Like that part. Not somebody who's never mind, let me stop. Because I like that person, but I always feel a certain ways about particular things when folks say it's just hair and it's really not, especially when laws have been put into place to then never mind. That's another conversation. That's another conversation. But I thought this was about, I was here for it. Her face was beat. I thought it was cool. I was here for it. Down. Mommy Wata, when I tell you this took me 3 good times, like I had to stare at this outfit and I said to myself, I would see this on a runway if I was ever invited to one at some sort of fashion show, for sure in Paris. I actually thought it was really cool she didn't take the mask off and she just kept walking. Because to me, I'm like, how is she still speaking? I mean, I'm not speaking. How is she still seeing? Like, I would be nervous to be over, fallen through, and done. Honey, I was here for this. I don't know why. I kind of liked how it is even put together. It looked like it's not supposed to. Like at first, I thought those were bananas, and I looked at it. I was like, no, it's like paint that's been sort of like, no, 3D eyes. I don't know. It just makes me think. I don't know. I like it. I don't know why. I just fucking like it. I thought it was really cool. It's like, what? Made me do that. What? It felt like the category was sequins, but she said shine for us. Yet everybody wore sequins. So Was it sequins or was it just wear something shiny? Because everybody wore sequins. No, those aren't bananas. I thought they were too. They're not. They're not. I thought that's why I was just like, wow, there's every time I look at it, something different. I didn't know the nipple covers right here, the one with the ring on it for the, didn't recognize that, didn't clock that the first time. I was like, oh. I thought it was interesting. I did. Cookie Cunty is next. You know, I did appreciate this in a sense of it's the sequins, she's tanning because the sequins is giving me that tan body sort of feel, like the sun makes me glow, whatevs or whatever. And I think it's really cool with the very much Judy Jetson, Barbarella fantasy, all that kind of stuff, right? It just, compared to everybody else, I was like, I needed a few more people to be here for this outfit to be sufficeable, to be something that passes the bar. Because right now I was like, oh, it didn't do it for me, unfortunately. We're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead. Let me go back. Up next is Sarah Forever. This was fucking nightmare fuel, fantasy, sickening. That. I love this. Like I actually like loved this. Like it was so simple, but then it was just the presentation of it that happened that I thought really made it something else. Like, yes, it's the full body, the full dress, the full sequin number, and that's gorgeous on its own. And it could have just been gorgeous on its own, but when it was the whole like that with it in the change, and then you saw the red for the eyes, so then the makeup is included in a sense, in a way, on the face through the sequins, which Punani did something similar but in a different kind of way. So I was just like, oh my god. But like, I was like, okay, this is sickening. And then she did that individually, and I'm thinking to myself, this took time. This dress took time. Oh, it took time. I know it. Oh, it was good to go. Now, Punani came out, possibly looking like what's her name from Annie? The lady from the she's giving me like a pop art version of Miss Hannigan. Is that right? Is that who it was? I feel like that's somebody else's name. Anywho. I thought this was cool. It's simple to me, but what makes this like really fucking awesome is the fact that it's like this face kini moment that's happening where she painted on the face. Miss Hannah is Miss Hannibal? Okay. Hannigan. Okay, I was right. Miss Hannigan. But yeah, she painted on the face and it also has some extras with it too. I thought that was really, really fucking cool. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was simple, but there was it's the wig, it's the face bikini with the paint. It's like, okay. I do agree with that homogenic. It definitely needed some hip. It needed some body audio. It would have set it off. It would have gave like Betty Boop number tees. But yeah, for the top 5, this is stellar. I thought it was a pretty good group. Now, Sarah Forever wins this episode. Okay. Untucked was, whatever. Sarah wins the episode. Congratulations to Sarah. She's currently the front runner, of course, on this competition. Kiona wanted that win. I know she wanted it bad too, bitch, but almost there, baby, almost there. I did not care for the judges' critiques about you ended up looking like the teacher and not the person who was in the group. I was like, what are you talking about? She's the tallest one there. So she wasn't trying to center all the time on her because it wasn't about her. They were trying to make the group look good. That was the idea of having. I just thought that was a weird take on the situation. And I felt and do feel sometimes they're harder on her. Now, Cookie Cunty is in the bottom. And so she has to lip sync against whoever was the best from the group of eliminated queens, which no surprise here is Peach in this very flat, long wig that will soon become an enemy to her in a lip sync, looking like Catwoman. Peach is back into the competition, but maybe not so much. We have to see what happens from the lip sync. Shame is a lip sync song, and I got to say it was a fun little ditty, but here we go. I think, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Peach is a good dancer. I think Peach is talented. They're gorgeous, attractive, but all that kind of stuff, right? Sometimes I think that baby girl gets a bit excited. And sometimes it takes me out of whatever the fantasy was supposed to be, because sometimes it's a little much. And I'm like, so is that the energy of the song? Because I'm listening to the tone of the artist and I'm trying to find how your face is looking like this to this track. And it happened several times. There were moments, though, that I will confirm with you that yes, Peach won that lip sync because they were doing all the ad libs with kicks and oosh, all these movements. Those ad libs were 1 in 100, and I love that from what Peach was doing here. I was here for it. But when I tell you, I kept looking at her in these close-ups, I was like, what is Dumbledore with a good lace front doing right now? What's happening on this good day? What is Dumbledore 40 inches on a good Sunday? I said, okay. Now, Cookie was cute with her approach, and I enjoyed that, and I thought she did well. But like, I'm watching somebody take it to the next level and really consume the stage. So you can't play the subtlety role with someone like Peach who plays it big. Now, this wig started to become a weapon, and not in Peach's hands to use against Cookie Cunty, but more so a wig that found its owner to be repulsive and wanted to attack her. What we're witnessing here in this screen is the follicles of hair banding together to beat her ass. It's actually her beard that is currently fighting to make sure that Peach doesn't lose an eye. Y'all didn't know this was happening. I will further prove my point with further slides. Shall we continue? Now, all of a sudden, out of no thin air, do you hear me? Bitch, I was like, the fuck is going on? The song is, there's music. There is music. I want you to know there is music. I got my hair tied in case my hair looked crazy afterwards. This bitch, for no reason, it wasn't even like heavy bass. It wasn't even like no like deep track, bitch. This wasn't no Vogue beat. Kevin Prodigy was not on the track, y'all. But this bitch, like, do you want? This is the wig afterward. This is the wig. This is the wig afterwards. Help me, Jesus. This is the wig. This is it. This is it. Like, what is happening? It was the weirdest shit I have ever seen. And I just cackled. Look at this. Girl, 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 girl. It's like someone's beating her up, but they're invisible. Like this is Invisible Man 2, but make it gay. You know what I mean? Like in French. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Bacon is fucking her up. Oh my God. The fact I pulled Kevin Bacon into this argument, I can't. That was like the first of his. Let me find out it's Sue Storm and she's a turf or something like that. Oh, oh my God. He's just getting beat up, girl. Who knew? Who knew? See, can't trust them comic books, kids. You can't do it. You can't do it. Oh, oh, my goodness. Look, I told you she got her ass whooped. It was Cookie Cunty, the ghost of Cookie Cunty. Let me find out Cookie Cunty got spirits. Look at how Peaches got her ass beat. Look at how she looked. This misinformation. Girl, it looked like Peaches found in a closet in the ring or some shit. Like, what is going on? Not Cookie Country's Naomi Watts, and she found her child. Listen, her niece was in that closet, child. They saw that movie. They thought they was playing. I can't. I can't. What is wrong with me? Okay, let's continue. Oh my god. I tickled myself. I don't even care if no one's laughing. That shit was funny. I have to move. That shit was funny. See, I told you. This is the face of someone who got their ass whooped. This is what it looks like. No, I'm playing. But now, listen, Peach wins the lip sync, and Cookie Cunty is eliminated from the competition. Swip, swap. I'm happy Peach is back. Love me some Peach. But I'm very, 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 very sad that Cookie Cunty is gone, because I grew to love her. Love her sense of style, not the first couple of episodes, but when we got a little further into it, I was like, yes, yes, and yes. It got so good. She was so funny. She was not afraid to get into it with somebody or to defend herself and also be a little shady. And I like that from her. And I'm going to miss the cookies. I'm going to miss the cookies. So yeah, I was like, oh no. Poots. Look at that, everybody. I made it through Drag Race France in the hour. Didn't I say I could do an hour a piece? I was like a 90 minutes or 2 hour show. Look at that. This is gonna be great for the timestamps. I know when Emroika sees it, they're gonna be like, oh bitch, yes, not it's an easy ride for us today with these two shows. Listen, Drag Race France Season 2 still currently on right now. Another top 5 at that. Make sure you tune into that one. I did do a reaction to this episode. If you would like to watch that, it is available for your consumption on the Patreon. So thank you all so much for being here today. Love you down. Kissy, kissy, kiss. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Get in the comment section after this video. It really helps with the algorithm, making sure that Matty can pay his bills and feed his child. So serious. And drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it with PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty Dash. Thank you so much again for being here. We are now moving on to Drag Race Mexico. That's where we're going. We are flying from France. Okay. We're taking a Delta flight because we want to make it there on time. And we're heading on over to Mexico. Now, this episode, I'm going to tell you now, I am of the frustrated. I am a little frustrated. I don't know why we're still here and why they haven't just called it a wrap. How many wins is this for Christian Peralta? Isn't it 4 at this point in time? 4. With one person at 2 and the others at 1. Am I right in my assumptions here? 4. But this looks oddly familiar. And I'm starting to dip on out because I don't like it when a show feels like it's catered to one person. And like, even in the interactions we see later today that I'm going to talk about, No, I think Matraka only has 2. Yeah, Matraka only has, no, I thought she only has 2. Because she won for that episode. Then she had the share. Well, she had the share win. Right. And then she had the other one. Right. Yeah, it's 2. She didn't get 3. Drag Race facts. Da 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 da. That is not how you spell their name. Google on my shoulders make me happy. Why is that song in my head? Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Ball jeans and with Galavero. 3? Are you sure? Why does it not seem correct? Oh, I'm not counting the telenovela. That's what it is. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. Got it. That's right. Okay, that is right. Okay. 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 Well, now that begs the question, do we still feel like it's a competition? I know someone can go, well, Matt, they have 3, so they could win the next episode. I mean, they would have to. I mean, I can't. Okay. Oh, here it is. That's T. She would have to for it to be like at least somewhat even. Like we can feel like, okay, maybe this is going to be the case. And that's my only issue with Mexico right now. It just feels like it's Christian's run, and we're all watching this go down. So if Matraka wins this next episode after that, I will feel like, okay, maybe there's something happening here just between those two. But like at least it's like, okay, there's someone that's close in the markings, and it's a completely different queen. That's what I need. Because God Almighty, it's been feeling like what's happening here this week. Anywho, let's move forward with this. Let's move forward. I'm not going to shake the show. I'm not going to shake it. Valentina looks gorgeous as usual, baby. But she walks into this workroom here, and I was confused at the shoe for a second. But I said maybe she wants her feet to take a little break. But again, we're back to puppets. We're doing puppets again. I kind of found it funny that I almost said honey again. I found it funny that Lolita Banana hopped up behind this back wall here. Girl, I thought that was hilarious. It's a puppet challenge, and she popped up like someone was holding her up. Do you hear me? And I still don't agree with that. That's still one of my least favorite moments in the Drag Race franchise history. I'm just going to tell you that now. And the fact that Ella wore an ugly dress is still the reason why I think she lost that one, and not over anything else. And RuPaul liked the fashion girl. I'm just going to be real with you. Ella was the overall winner of that season, but based off of the finale, Crystal won, and that's T. So, like, I don't see how that's going to happen based off of the current events that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? With this with what's going on here. Like, as much as we can say, oh girl, Galavero still's got this. No, not really though, because it's the way that they be, I don't want to say sucking on some, but like they low-key be licking her booty. Like, no shade to Christian. They be licking it, girl. And that kind of like threw me off today, even in reference to like the emotional part that was happening this episode. I'm like, how often have they hooked somebody in the workroom? These two. At the same time, I think that, like I just said, with the whole Crystal won because of style, I think Regina Voce would have had way more wins by now if she did look better in the style department, because Valentina will not let that go. She will not let her have nothing. That won't even let the talent show or whatever sort of like maxi challenge itself be the main point. That's why I'm confused with the grading system with this show sometimes, because I'm like, so what really fucking matters? Is it the runway or is it the actual challenge? Because is it the person? Like, what is it? That's my issue. That's my issue. Would you say Christian's like the Sasha Colby when the season pros announced and you pretty much know that? And it's not to take away from Christian's talent and to say that they're not worthy of a win and that they haven't been killing it in the competition, because they have been. They've been doing a very good job. I mean, hell, the whole season, my wife and my child, and it now got put into a comedy bit. And then all of a sudden, we found out that Oscar Madrazo has a child. I'm like, girl, what is going on this Good Sunday? In my reaction on my Patreon, you will see me say, I bet you fucking money. And after this particular scene, not to take away from her, but to be like this, I said, I bet you fucking money Christian wins this episode because this is storyline driven to the core. You are unconfident after doing this puppet challenge where you're not funny. Okay? You're not funny. Not during the puppet challenge. Listen, Lady Carol is the one who they're thinking is actually going to do well because she was funny, right? She had Christian Peralta. That didn't look nothing like Christian Peralta. Hell, none of them, none of the puppets looked like anybody. I was like, oh, what is going on here today? But Christian couldn't do Regina Voce, who they've spent some time with it, right? They've spent some time with them. They've spent some time with it, right? But she couldn't get this together and no one was laughing. So it like really hit them and it affected them. Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's a little crack in the puzzle. There's a little crack in the vase. There's some sort of like vulnerability. That's good. That's good. I want to see those things, but not how this went down. Now, Regina was funny as Matraka. You know, it was a good time. I enjoyed some of these. It was really funny. I'm shocked that Gala didn't win this mini challenge, to be real with you, because I thought her Lady Carol was hilarious. The the slamming and all that, I thought it was kind of funny, right? But Matraka, I will say, did the best job with the puppet of Galavero, the nut hanging out, the all the voices, all of that. It was quite hilarious. Now, the winner of this challenge, or wieners of this challenge, are Regina, excuse me, get my throat together, Regina Voce and Matraka. Now, Matraka and Regina need to now pull together the order of the roast. There's a comedy roast now. Matraka was mad she had to share this win, but I don't know why. It's like, you're still gonna get money, girl. What are we upset about? They had like 9,000 pesos a pop. Like, you good, bitch. You good, bitch. You good. This is where they fucked up. Why would you put Christian last? Regina, you of all people, you've been in this industry for millenniums, okay? You of all people should know that is the last. You thought putting her last would shake her? Oh my God. Y'all, listen. Okay. Imagine we're doing a comedy show. Imagine that you have a whole bit set up. Imagine everybody goes in front of you and a lot of people bombed. Imagine the person that went in front of you even bombed. I can make up 2 minutes of jokes just from the people who went in front of me, and then give you only a sliver, 3 to 4, maybe 3 minutes of the actual material I was going to do. What a dumb decision that was. You put her in the beginning. You make her go first. Bothered me. I was like, if you're trying to sabotage Christian because she's already feeling some kind of way, and it is a good idea to do because she's been winning and doing so well, like, you put her front. You put her in the front. You make her go first. You make her set the flow. You make them have that pressure, because I don't think so, wild card. And the reason why I will say this felt like a case of wanting a good lineup versus committee. Nope, not true. And I'll tell you why. Because why have the conversation about let's make sure that we're put in our own positions to where we won't be in trouble, but the other girls can be in trouble? Gala going first. Boom, front runner. She has a win. Carol doesn't have no wins. That was helpful for her, putting her in the position that she was in. Christian going last. Come on. That was definite sabotage. There was a try. It was okay, we're gonna put this pressure on you, make you go first. Even Christian was feeling like, oh, you're gonna make me go last. That's a lot of pressure for me. You know, I didn't do so well in the puppet mess. I'm just saying. Like Valerie says, we're keeping it real over here. That weirdo that got in my comment section trying to get buck. Don't do that. But listen, this is when I kind of faded out with this episode. I did. I backed all the fucking way out. They tell people that they do well or they can change this up. I'm thinking to myself, why is Honey Balenciaga and why is Lolita Banana and Valentina giving advice on stand-up comedy? I know what's happening. Why is there not a person here like the special guest that could have actually been in the room who is a comedian or has some sort of comedic formula or time? I'm very confused at why these two people who I don't think ever have any of them won the roast challenge. Were they even there? I know Lolita was through a roast, but that's a a different kind of roast, a bare necessity proportions. So I just thought that was dumb. Like, why are we having this conversation? Did she win? No. Like, so what do I no shade. Like, I think they're funny at times and sometimes funny to look at, and one more than other, way more than other. But yeah, I didn't understand this. This is why I thought this was bullshit. And they're gonna tell this baby she's doing just fine. Meanwhile, we'll see that later. But Christian come over here, did not say anything. I have no material. I'm really frustrated and not. Do you understand this kind of piss? I'm sorry. I thought this was whack. Everybody gave something. No one went up there and said, I don't have anything. But they're having a bad day. So I do want to respect that. Okay. Okay. But then it was the hugs for me. And I said in my reaction, if she wins this episode after this just happened, I'm going to gag. I'm going to gag. I should call Dee Marie Holiday to have this conversation. Maybe where is captivating black at? Excuse me. Where are those two people? Bitch, I was like, no, thank you. But hey, it's TV. Now, listen, we get back into the workroom and everybody's getting ready for this roast in the runway, which they're told is going to be picante. I felt like a complete American jackass when they said picante, and I saw in the subtitles it said spicy. And I was like, wait, I thought that was like a sauce. Yeah. Yeah. I was feeling kind of stupid. I was like, oh, thank you, Drag Race Mexico, for, helping me there. Cause bitch, I want to blame paste picante because that means that it's paste spicy. But like, how is it paste spicy if it's mild? I'll do it. I got it. But no, really think about that. Like paste picante. Like really think about that. It's paste picante. So, well, hold on now. If it's mild, and I know it's really salty as hell versus actually spicy. You got to get the hot one for that to go down. Actually, now that we're talking about salsa, let me tell you something real quick. The best, the only kind of salsa that I want in my life is fresh, homemade salsa. At my old job that I worked at many moons ago for this YouTube thing, one of my managers used to make homemade salsa and she would bring it in like on special occasions, right? And I'd ask her to make me some separate that I could take home, and she would. Like, and it's like not even that many ingredients too. She's like tomatoes and like jalapenos and like onions and squeeze lime in there, all this stuff. Like she taught me how to make it. I totally forgot how to. But like anytime I find some and I'm like, oh wait, this is fresh. Like it's not like this isn't like some soupy nonsense or some random like red sauce that you threw a couple of chopped like that. No, bitch. I get really excited. So yeah, if you ever see me in any sort of Latin cuisine restaurant anywhere, I am definitely tearing up that salsa. I'm definitely tearing up whatever sauce and chips they got. I'm wearing it out. This is why I don't go to Mexican and Latin restaurants that often, because I always eat more than I should. I always eat way more. Girl, it's not fair. Like, how are you gonna put chips and like 2 options of dip in front of me and tell me not to eat? And then when the food gets there and it's a large portion, I'm like, oh, so we're not supposed to do something? Girl. Oh my God. Woo. Speaking of which, I am hungry. Ooh, Bath and Body Works has a sale, $2.95 on all hand soaps and bar soaps. Ooh, work. It's really addictive and it's super delicious, wild card. I say the delicious for a reason. It's addicting. It's so good. I mean, cheese is also very addicting as well, but like, no, Tex-Mex is not good. Tex-Mex is decent. Mexican food is the best. Or any kind of Latin cuisine really is that, girl. But like Mexican food, like bitch, a street taco with just cilantro and some onion and like a little bit of steak in that bitch, or some pollo. Oh my God, with some corn tortillas. And okay, this lady I used to go to in LA, she'd have 2 corn tortillas. It wasn't just one, it was 2 wrapped in that bitch. Oh, it was so good. Her beans were right. The rice was always together. Oh my God. Like, but like, mind you, there is, what is it? Is these flautas that I love so fucking much. I think there's certain Tex-Mex things I do like too that I've had from like Mexican places that say we make it better, we make it like really good. I don't know. I'm getting hungry. I gotta stop talking. I'm getting really hungry. But yes, I have an appreciation. I mean, also living in Texas too, I have a huge appreciation for Mexican cuisine and like Tex-Mex too. But LA was where it was at for some of those restaurants. Honey, my God, I was. Oh, it'd be some. Looks like a hole in the wall. No, it's not. It's excellent, great food, good stuff. Like, So I'm supposed to be going to Puerto Vallarta. I'm supposed to be going there in April. So if anybody is from there and knows of places that are like really good, that like probably me and a group of friends could visit, please let me know, because like me and others, we're going to be at the hotel, but I also would like to, if there is some place that's friendly, that's close, that we can go to and get some like really good food and see a little bit, and support like businesses by buying certain things. I would like to know that information because it will be my first time going. So I'm freaking out. That's another reason why I've been trying to save money too, because y'all know I haven't had a vacation in years now. So yes, like I'm I'm very happy to go. I've never been. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Yeah. All right, so let's continue on with this one here. There was a conversation about duality that was happening in this workroom, and it started from a conversation about relationships. And Gala shared a really sad moment from a jerk that they used to date that sort of said that they liked Gala better than them as a boy. And then Christian had a conversation in reference to being very thankful that they have a wife and a child that love them, and they're also gay, but then they found out they were pan. And I enjoyed the conversation. If I can be honest, I'm tired of that conversation. I know, we all know, and there's nothing wrong with them being proud of their family, because they should be, but it's almost like I didn't learn nothing new. Like in that moment, it was very like, oh, this again. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's adorable. That's sweet. Oh, okay. I just, So, I was like, okay, can we move on from this a little bit? We can move on to the next one. We can go forward. Girl. Lolita, I like you a lot, Miss Honey Balenciaga Banana. I love you. I think you're great, entertaining, energy down. Sister. Yeah, Naj. Mm-hmm. And met them at the club too. See, I know the whole story. You feel what I'm saying? No shade. Like, no, that's fine. Like, tell us the whole story. But it's been like, it's almost like we all know. Like, yeah, like, yeah, of course. Oh, we know her name. Oh, bitch, we were over there for breakfast the other day. That it's starting to feel like that. Like we were already in the house. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Lolita Banana. Oh, Valentina. You consistently eat this girl up, and it's kind of getting ugly. You need to stop hitting her in the face so hard. Like it's almost like you're punching the powder into the center of her face, and that's why we keep seeing her look like she's spooked. I'm gonna read a comment from one of the panel members. I'm not gonna tell you who said it. You can probably guess who said this. Lolita looks like a Gaga impersonator. Oh. They said they were pansexual. Well, I don't know about their partner, but Christian's pan. God, Valentina, stop hurting her. Beat, sickening. Yes. Ooh, eat, work, eat, work. Ooh, yes. Ooh, lick, ice cream. Eat, sickening. No, yes. Queen, mother. Yes, sickening, ice cream. Pick. She's giving. It's everything. We love. Mama. Oh no. I gotta go. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. No, it was actually Blake that said it, not C Diggy. Blake is the one that made the comment, but C Diggy and all of us laughed at it. But like, please, can everyone picture Cartman singing Poker Face from South Park? Please, God, that's why I'm laughing so much. Because I didn't just think of like Lolita as Lady Gaga. I thought of Lolita Banana doing Lady Gaga in Cartman's voice. Mama. Can't hear breathe my poker face. I gotta step away. Excuse. Oh. Can't read my poker face. Acts of the pleasure. The fact that I know that song verbatim, but I'm definitely not gonna sing it on this program for purposes. But like, bitch, they were in that studio. She's gonna be a star. Oh my goodness. I was. She said taco flavored kisses. I could, bitch. See, South Park sometimes for me, I have to roll my eyes because I'm just like, okay, girl. Like, I know you're satire, but this is a wee bit ridiculous. Like, that's the song she would be singing. Jennifer Lopez would be singing that song. Okay. I think it's kind of crazy. Oh, now, sorry, Belita. Almost said Belita. I think it's kind of crazy that Jennifer Lopez was with Ben Affleck when that episode came out, which was like over a decade and some change ago. Dead ass. Very long. That episode came out a long time ago. Like maybe even 20 years. Because South Park's been on for a long time, y'all. So like that episode came out like maybe like 16, 15 years ago, something like that, when Ben Affleck and her together broke up, boom. And now they're back together again. So technically, if South Park wanted to do another episode with her being with Ben Affleck would still make sense. I thought about that the other day when I was watching that episode, because that episode came on. I was like, that is crazy. Right. Like, isn't that interesting? Like, the depths of how that kind of plays. And she doesn't like the episode for good reasons, but thinking about it in a sense, it's like, technically, girl, you kind of pebbled it back on over there. Like, I take that as a 3-pointer. Scoops. I thought that was it. Yeah. Can't read my poker face. I'm not his biggest fan, but I appreciate his commentary this week. And the guest judge, who I thought looked really cool. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Ooh, flip it back over. Manuna. I thought Manuna was cool. A good guest judge. Everybody had interesting critiques. All right, the stand-up routines themselves before we get to the Picante runway theme. Galavero was her imaginary dog who asked them for applause. Please do not stare at the microphone for too long. Otherwise, you will see the microphone. But we'll continue. No. Please laugh at me. Please go ah. Please laugh at me. Please go ah. The true NPC character this episode. I didn't care for this. I thought her look was kind of cool, but I was like, no, I'm good. I was like, Regina was funny. She was fast. Bitch, I was like, baby girl is moving that mouth. Her and Trisha Paytas could have a whole contest, probably make the earth get on fire. But like, I thought that Regina was good. I thought her jokes were landing. It was funny. The RuPaul story was good. I enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was really good. She looked tacky, but I enjoyed it. She was giving mom energy. Girl, I felt some kind of way that this Matraka was complaining when her first bit was about being dark skinned and how people be playing and acting and doing this, that, and the other. Matraka, I'm gonna tell you something. That would have played for a different crowd over here. You'd have been just fine, bitch. They said that girl was complaining. I was like, what? I will admit though that it was very. Is this a joke, or are you just having a conversation about how white people are basically not cool with dark skinned folks and be acting, and that the white folks include Latinos because there are white Latinos. So like her last bit or whatever, that was fine. Like I was like, okay, the first part of it, I do get the whole it wasn't that funny, but I also was like, the whole complaining bit, I was kind of like, why are we saying complaining? I don't like that. That's weird. And I'm looking at Lolita like, that's weird, sis. Girl, on the melanin scale, I don't know. That's weird, sis. I know you want to pay white in between them eyes, but my goodness. Anywho, I was just like, okay, bitch. You can see the white bitches behind her. I can't. Old Lady Caro, what in the butt? What in the butt? I said, what in the butt? You want to listen? I'm going to tell you now, you probably would have had a better setup if you just did that entire song. This was bad. So she's not like Lady Caro. She's her cousin friend who is going to be there and talk to them. And she had like a social activism moment. And then she complained about some other stuff. And then she said a few things. And it wasn't good. Meanwhile, the jokes that that Lolita and Valentina said were funny. They didn't even laugh at that when she did it. The person who was the most worried, the person who felt least prepared, the person who didn't have anything to show the judges when they were trying to do the layout and the setups here, had an entire routine ready about his family and being gay and still being with a woman and how funny that is, and being pansexual and all that. And it played to Christian's strength. So congratulations to Christian for pulling it together. We saw it coming. It just, nothing was surprising about this. I was like, okay. It would have been more surprising if she didn't do well. Matraca is the first on this picante runway, very spicy, if you will. I feel like you told these girls red and you just wanted to call it picante because it feels like it's just red. But if it's picante, then pop picante off. Matraca looks amazing. I agree about the earrings comment, but everything else is fucking severe. It is severe. It is severe, honey. Sickening. I live and breathe. I thought it was everything. I do wish there were earrings, but I love it. Loved it. Christian Peralta is next. Veneno. I've definitely got Veneno. Immediately. I was like, okay, got it. Totally see where this was going here. Father of one, doing his thing here. I like the outfit. I thought it was well done. It did look a little big in the leg, but that was just where my mind was at, though. But it's interesting that I don't. Are there? I don't see an earring. Maybe it's there. Or the Hino Voce. I swear to God, if you just had a better outfit, you would have won this episode. Girl. Like, I feel like you were on the set of Teen Witch and that lady from the Poltergeist is about to talk about our powers and what we're supposed to do with them. Like, what? What? And then it's, to me, this pissed me off. You got red on and then put the end of a chili pepper on your shoulder and called it a gap. Like that's it. That's the stunt. That's the trickery. Purple Eater, you are welcome for that reference then. uh Bitch, I am just noticing it's purple pleater. Wow. Purple pea pleater. Bitch, I've been doing purple eater this entire time. My bad. A bitch can't read, apparently. That's a lie. But listen, Galavero is next. Guess why, Gala? Not only don't it fit, but it reminds me too much of a season 9 sister. Of a season 9 sister. Of Valentina's. Don't it? Like, I was like, Aja, are you there? What's happening? Like, the wig was falling a little bit when she was walking. The dress didn't fit right. I was like, never mind. I was about to tell you who it reminded me of, but the girls were gonna get mad. They were gonna be like, "Oh, she's sneaking." But it was very misshapen. Now, Lady Carol came out here and then she fell. All right, y'all. That's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm just kidding. Well, she fell and then she got up, and when she got up, she was bleeding. So she was a vampire who broke her teeth. Morticia Big Boobs Adams. I thought it was nice. It was a nice look. For me, I kind of was like, this category is so weird. It's like spicy, but really that's up to interpretation of spicy, because some of this is sexual, some of this is, I'm a bitch, and some of this is that. It was like, oh, okay. Well, and other girls were like peppers, like literally. It was weird. I was just like, I don't know. I needed some specifics with that one. Christian Peralta wins this episode. I'm not shocked. Rahina once again, is the bridesmaid. The Susan Lucci of this competition, in my opinion, Regina Voce. I think she should have at least 2 wins in her belt. At least 2. I'm not saying 3 or 4. I'm just saying 2. At least 2 wins. Like, I can't take seeing her with 1. It don't make sense in my fantasy for me. She's too talented. And I saw this was really pisses me off. The critique next week that Valentina gives about her having all of the, literally all of the talent in the world, but the styling, we know she's talking about Regina. Why show us that clip? So Regina's going home next week is my full bet. Because it's okay, that continues to be the critique. She only has what she has in her closet. Give me a break. Matraka is saved because her outfit was sickening. And we have Galavero and we have Lady Caro. The rhyming here in the bottom 2 to lip sync here. Daniela Romo with this song. De mi Anamorete. Listen, I have heard this song before in passing. I have never sat and listened to it today. I'm going to be honest with you. They both did good. I had a tough time going, oh, clearly she won. Oh, she's eating her up. Not one time did I say that about any of them. I was like, okay, this is kind of even. And they both had different approaches to this one. Both had different approaches. For me, Gala did something that was kind of sexual at one point in the performance that I didn't think fit with the song for a second, especially when they were explaining in between the lip sync what the song was about. And she got really this with it. And I was like, I don't know if that fit right there. I mean, that's her brand, but are we asking for it to be the brand, or are we asking for her to just do her, right? But then I was really focused on Lady Caro, and I thought to myself that she wasn't given as much camera time as Gala was. So I thought to myself, they're not going to give it to Caro on just on that. Gala got more camera time than her. But I thought, to me, Caro is the ballad queen. So I was kind of gagged. I thought it was very even, but if I were to say pick one, Matty, I agree with most of y'all. It was Caro. She does this thing where she hits her chest like this and moves a bit. She seems like mother. You know what I mean? Very mom energy when she's lip syncing a woman of time who has had children who are all grown up, and she's seen the world, and she's on her second husband, and she's that bitch. And every time someone meets her, she tells her story and then saves a life. That kind of girl, right? Gala gives me, a good performance, and I enjoyed it, but it got to one part of the song where she fell out of the seriousness that I felt that Cara had. So I was just like, interesting. It was a good show though. Overall, for real, it was definitely a good show. It's a good show. Good show. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Nobody had any real stunts except for taking off some jewelry from Gala. Everybody they just did the song. So I had a good time with that. I liked it. It was good. I like it when I don't know the song, but the performance sells it for me. Gala is saved. Caro did not have any wins. And so I do agree with that statement too. She had to go. But should there have been wins? I'm trying to think. Comment section. Was there at any point in this competition that you think Lady Caro, not even to say that she deserved the win, but possibly could have taken a win at that point in time? She was close. I think she's been high a few times. Well, high in the competition a few times. Thank you. But I do think there may have been one episode, maybe one, where it's that could have been a possibility to have a little track record on the board there. Yeah. Wild card. If we have Miss Congeniality for the season, I definitely want Caro to win it. I think they're going to give it to Margaret. It may be Caro, but I think maybe Margaret will take it. I don't know. But I like Lady Caro. She grew on me throughout the competition. She wasn't for the really mess and the foolery here. I could, relate to her at times. So I liked me some Lady Caro. The first acting challenge or snatch game, okay. Okay, I'll take that, Raphael. I'll take that. I'm gonna take that. Oh, bitch. 2 shows. An hour and 40 minutes, 2 shows. I told you when it gets to a certain point, like we don't have that much really to discuss, or if in reality the real answer to that is there's not a lot going on. It's a competition still. There are little key points here and there, but it's not like talking points like we have with Philippines right now, where a 30-minute untucked takes place, and then we can really dive in because that's what the girls in the Philippines are doing. They're giving us extra. And so there's nothing wrong with France and with the other shows doing that. However, and I did totally say 90 minutes or in between 2, so I'm in my time frame. There is a little bit of a flow that's missing. There's waves, there's ups and downs I'm missing from the competition. It's either sad or happy, and I kind of want some fire and some anger in some of those episodes. And then I want like full-scale nonsense, hilarity, what the fuck is going on kind of days too. You know what I mean? And I think those 2 elements are missing. The chaos, there we go, the chaos of it is missing from some of this. And so I think Drag Race France is great. Season 2 is really good. I'm enjoying the season down. And, sometimes I'm finding myself go, okay, it's a little light. It's a little light this week. But there is not a lot going on. Personally, it's a good show. And I like that. In Mexico, these people are sweet. God bless them. And Valentina, first time, Lolita, first time, it's the first season, I think they'll get a season 2. I don't see a reason why not. But they're going to have to cast a little bit differently. And yes, as producers, and I hate to say it, it's production of a girl. Something got to happen. They can't be just cooing and cawing the whole season. Like, they don't even do that on, like, what is this? Young and 16 and pregnant? Like, come on. Like, That's all. So I'm happy that these shows are doing well and people are liking them. And I'm happy that people are rooting for these babies and supporting them. I'm enjoying it. This has just been an interesting ride for me because it started kind of high and then it was like, and I'm like, okay. And with France, I was waiting for Key to get that win. She got it. Okay, we was going. I'm enjoying it. There are talented bitches on France. Okay. Cookie's gone. The drama's gone. That's how I feel unless Peach comes in this next week and starts havoc. And I do like a little nonsense. You saw how me and Valerie had a full-on extra hour for my review because when Valerie stepped in, we were able to debate the Untucked and talk about our different points of view of that. And it created a conversation around it. So that's my point to it. I will watch Germany. I may do reactions to Germany for my Patreon crew. I am not reviewing it, though, because I'm so dead ass by saying that burnout is real. Brazil I'm doing because I'm really intrigued with it. But I saw the cast of Germany. I don't know these babies, but I'm going to watch them on my own time and find my way. And maybe I'll do like something in a rant with me. I'm like, oh, I'm up to episode 3. Let's talk about it, right? But like the other shows are going to be teetering, and there are going to be other shows that y'all are going to be interested in watching that are going to be announced very, very soon. And I'd like to have some space for those, and I'm not covering too many things. So I'm going to let Germany just be something I just watch like normal, right? Because I am covering Chucky. I am very excited for that. Season 3 looks like it's going to be more and more campy horror chaos that I'm so excited. We will be doing episode by episode. And the reactions will be for Patreon too. Yeah, like I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a lot coming to the channel. We're Here is going to be starting very soon again. Also, I believe in October, we'll be covering that again on the show. Lots of shows to come. I will be having a busy schedule for the rest of the year. It's just like with Drag Race, it's the fact that there was the puppet episodes and it was back to back for me. I was like, whoa, it's blending. It's blending. I'm ready for Dragula again. I missed those reviews with Dooley. Yeah. Yeah, I know homogenic. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things happening. I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. I'm gonna call this one a wrap. Hit the like button, please. Do me a favor and get in the comment section afterwards. Like, there's 74 of y'all. If 74 of y'all could just leave comments, that would be great. Please leave comments in the comment section. Definitely drop a thumbs up. Definitely drop a tip if you feel like it, or you want to show a little extra love. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's participation today in the live chat, as well as conversations that flowed through our Drag Race universe. Drag Race France Season 2 and Drag Race Mexico, I am both watching on Wow Presents Plus, but check your local listings otherwise. I'll see you tomorrow for Drag Race Down Under, and then Sunday for Japano. So, love y'all lots. Until next time. Bye, 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 bye. Listen.